Hi everyone, welcome to another interesting tutorial. I'm Dami of TS Exclusive Couture. Today in our class we'll be learning how to cut and sew this beautiful blazer top. In our last class we were able to draft out the pattern, so I'll be putting you through step-by-step process on how to cut and sew this. So this is the outcome of the one we made, so stick to the end of the tutorial. If you are joining us for the first time today, thank you for joining us, and don't forget to click the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell to get notified anytime we have new tutorials. For our returning subscribers, thank you for always coming back. If you'd like to join my WhatsApp group, the link will be in the description box. So thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to like, comment, and also share the tutorial. Thank you, and let's get started. These are the patterns we got in the last class where we did the drafting of this blazer top. So these are the patterns we got now. So I'll go ahead now to cut them on the fabric. So here I was just trying to arrange them and give them a proper labeling to see which side is going to which side. Please, when you are doing this, make sure that you label your patterns very well. And also I'll be cutting through the darts, so I'll be separating the upper bodies through the dart lines also. I'll be using this crepe fabric. I have about 2 yards of it here, so I'm not going to be putting interfacing or anything because I'm only doing this strictly for just the tutorial purpose. So if you are making yours, try to put interfacing. Alright, so these are the patterns I got after cutting it out. I also used the same fabric to cut the lining because I still have it remaining, so I decided to just use the same fabric. So we'll start with the back now. I'll be explaining how to join it. So you join together on the center back for the main body, and you join each of the side back to it, and you also do the same thing with the lining. So once you are done now, the down part, you also join the down part together on the center back. So that means you put 2 for the main body and 2 also for the lining. You join it on the center back, then you join it together on the waist for the back pattern. So you just keep this aside for the back. So for the front also, I cut using the same fabric as the lining. So we have 2 on each side now, lining and main fabric. So you join your side front to both sides of the back of the front. Then once you are done now, you are going to be joining the down part also. Now when you are joining the down part, don't forget that we have one side that is longer than the other side, so pay attention to it and know which side is going to the other side, so that you will not make the mistake of exchanging the shorter part for the longer side. So you start. So to join the down part of the front to hit now, you are going to be starting the joining from the side because it's not going to be getting to that collar part in the front, so be careful when you are joining. So this is what we have after joining together. This is the front here and this is the right side of it. You see how it's looking and how the joining went. This is the back. So the next thing we are going to be doing now is to be joining them together on the side. So you place the front and the back, right side facing the right side. On the side I added 1 inch allowance, so I'm going to be stitching 1 inch allowance down on both sides. So place the other side also together and you join it with 1 inch. Once you are done with that, now you go to the shoulder. We're going to be joining them together on the shoulder. So you place the shoulder to each other, then you join it down with 0.5 inch allowance on both shoulder. So here also is the lining. I've joined the lining also, so whatever I do to the main body, I'll do also to the lining. This is what we have after joining together on the side and also on the shoulder. So just make sure that all the joinings align together. So the next thing we are going to be doing now is to be joining the shawl collar to the back neck. So you bring it right side facing the right side, join it together, then you also stitch it to the back neck. You also do the same thing for the lining. So once you are done joining the collar, then you can go ahead to place the fabric together to the lining, right side facing the right side. So we want to join it together to use the lining to turn the main fabric. So you are going to be starting from the hem, so you stitch it all around through the back neck and all of that by 0.5 inch allowance. So also when you are joining it, make sure that all your stitch line aligns together. As you are joining, once you get to the center front here, so you join from the down part from the hem to the waist. Then you are going to be folding the lapel collar together now. Just you are going to be sewing the lapel collar also before you get to the center front by 0.5. Then you go ahead and join all of the sides through the neck and to the other side of the top together. This is what we have after joining together. So you see the inside now that we have a clean finishing on the inside, and also I've gone ahead to press the lapel collar. You know it's going to be overlapping each other, so I'm using press button as the button for the front. So you have two press buttons like this, so you'll be using it to hold down the front bodice and just arrange your lapel collar as it's looking like. So also this is the back. So the last thing to do now is to be fixing the sleeve. You can use any sleeve of your choice, but I decided to go with the sleeve that has elastic on the edge, on the hemline. So now we are going to be joining our sleeve. So because the sleeve does not have lining, so you're just going to be joining it like a regular sleeve you do for a regular dress instead of a blazer. Here is a final look of the blazer. You see that the front is looking exactly like what we are trying to make. So now let me say this: when you are making yours, try not to use a soft crepe. I did not plan on using this fabric for this particular style, but this is the one I can lay my hands on for now, was why I used this. So please use a thicker fabric and make sure you put the interfacing. So thank you for joining us today. I hope you're able to learn something new in our class today, and we'll see in the next class.